Hello everybody and welcome. Thank you for watching another video on the My Argonauts channel. It is Saturday the 13th, Friday the 13th, of course. Good day for Jason's, but we missed it by a day this month. The reason I'm making this vlog is a lot of the Jets who applied, or people who applied to Jet, I should say, are finding out that they're getting to go to Japan. So, omedetou gozaimasu, congratulations. And I'm so happy for a lot of you. I've been getting a lot of good messages over on my Facebook page. People saying, you know, that they got in and thanking me for the videos, etc., which is very nice. I really appreciate those comments. Thank you so much. And some of you, of course, didn't get on the short list. The short list basically means you've got the job. They're just waiting to tell you where you're going. Some people got on the alternate list. So, for you that don't know, it basically just means that, you know, people are going to drop out for a number of reasons. They won't graduate like they're supposed to, because you can apply in the end of your senior year, and a few people just don't get their degree. They'll get their placement. This is a more common one. They'll get their placement, and they decide they don't want to go, which is strange to me. And to those people, I say, Jet shouldn't necessarily be about where in Japan you are, but what you make of where you're put. You know, just about everywhere is, I mean, Japan's not that big a country. It's all Japan. And to be honest, it's a more quote-unquote authentic Japan than you would get if you were placed in Tokyo. You know, nobody gets placed in Tokyo. But some of you will get placed within, you know, 2 or 3 hours by train distance to Tokyo. So you'll be able to experience Tokyo much more often than, say, somebody like me, where I was placed way out in Shimane, or somebody that's placed in Hokkaido, or even someone that's placed in Okinawa. But, you know, it's really about making the best of where you're put. And some of you will get here, and after a year, you'll just be like, you know, I did my best, but this just isn't for me, and you'll go home, and other people will, like me, will think, oh, this is awesome, I love it here, and you'll stay 2 or 3 years or even more. So don't be too, you know, disappointed if you didn't get your placement. I you know, didn't know that much about Japan, and I've said this story many times. I put Kobe, Hiroshima, and Fukuoka as my 3 choices. I thought, you know, I want to be in a medium to large city, and I don't want to be, you know, in the northern part of Japan because I don't like snow. I never really lived in snow. And so I picked all places in the south, and I didn't get any of them, of course. I got Shimane, which, you know, who's ever heard of Shimane? But, of course, I ended up loving it. So don't be too worried about where you're going to get placed. And you'll find that information out generally in May. You'll get that email, or I got a packet in the mail. Which was great. It had like a map of the town in it. It had pictures. You know, this is kind of before people were sending pictures via JPEG. Pictures of my apartment, pictures of my, you know, like my town a little bit. It had a letter from my predecessor, Sarah, and you know, it was just a great packet to get, and pictures of my, you know, like my supervisor, so I could recognize him at the airport when he came to pick me up on my very first day. It was nice, and I'm sure a lot of that happens via email now. So, you know, check your emails, keep an eye in May. You got a little bit more waiting to do. Don't we love the waiting? For those of you, though, who got on the alternate list, you know, some people will get their placement. They'll go, I don't want to live there. I don't want to live in Hokkaido, and I'm not going to go. So there, boom. You know, you get upgraded. That happens. I mean, all kinds of stuff happens. We had a person who tried to take their dog with them on the plane or something, and so they couldn't go. And they just wouldn't go without their animal. We had a person, a boy, one year I was talking to the coordinator for the LA consulate, and he fell in love. Like, you know, he had applied, and he met this girl in May, and they fell madly in love, and he's like, I can't be without her, we can't be apart, and he decided not to go. You know, all kinds of things happen, so you will get bumped up the list. Good luck to you on the alternate list. I hope you make it. Of course, the other side of the coin is those of you who didn't get in this year and you applied. I can't stress enough how many people get in on your second try, your third try. You know, I knew a lot of Jets who didn't, you know, who said, oh, actually, I applied twice, and I got in on my second time. Maybe it shows persistence. Maybe you do something to improve your application. You get better at the language. You get more experience tutoring. You do something to improve. You know, and you come back at it, and they look at your application, and you know, the second interview goes much better than the first interview because now you've had the experience of doing it. What can I say? So don't give up hope if you didn't get in, and you still really want to do it. Wait a year and apply again. So this is, of course, now, if you're on my channel and you were watching a lot of the videos on how to apply to the program, this is where you want to now go to that playlist that's called Becoming an ALT. And you want to, you know, start to think about, okay, what have I got to take with me? What have I, you know, what do I need? I mean, it's just so interesting, all the facets of leaving to start your new life in Japan. And I literally made like 20 videos talking all about all the different things that you should, you know, think about and prepare for. Of course, you know, the caveat there is I made those videos back in 2008. It seems amazing that I made them almost 5 years ago now, but I did. And so, you know, things that I would have taken me, I mean, like, I wouldn't take a single book with me to Japan, probably. I would, you know, I'd just take my iPad, right? You know, that would have all my books in it or something, you know? And I mean, I took CDs, I took DVDs. I mean, all that type of thing has changed. That would have opened up room in my luggage. So go watch those videos in the Becoming an ALT playlist. And, of course, feel free. Facebook is a great way to ask a question. And the reason I'm encouraging Facebook, I got about 500 people now that gave it a thumbs up. And it's just, you know, if you ask a question on there, other people can see the question, see my answer, and maybe benefit from that shared information as opposed to maybe a comment here on a specific video. But, of course, you know, leave comments. I'm happy to answer questions as best I can. You know, if you want to send a message, you have a very specific question, feel free to do that. I got a great email the other day from a guy in England who, you know, just said he's been wanting to do JET for so long, and he'd watched my videos, and he applied, and he got in. He was just very complimentary and very thankful, and so thank you guys very much for watching and, you know, going back through the catalog of videos, even though they're kind of old. I really should, I guess, now maybe do the 5-year, you know, like the special edition DVDs, like, you know, the 10-year anniversary. Maybe I should do the 5-year anniversary edition of some of my vlogs and update some of the information to more modern specs and texts and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, that's just basically what I wanted to say. Congrats to the people who made it in. I'm so happy for you that you get to come over and start the JET adventure. If you didn't, there are other ways to come to Japan. I've got a video all about that. I'll try to put a bunch of links down in the box. You know, there's other ways to come. You know, there's other companies. There's other things you can think about. Don't get, like I said, don't get too disappointed. You know, just come over to Japan as a tourist. And you know, I mean, there's no reason you have to, you know, get the job here to come to Japan. I mean, don't let not getting into JET deter you from ever visiting. It's such a wonderful country to come for a visit. Anything else? No, I think that's about it for right now. Enjoy your weekend. We get Iron Man 3 1 week before the United States, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm off to do that in 2 weeks. I finally get to go back to the movies. I haven't been to the movies since I got back to Japan, so it'll be about a month, and I'll go do that in a few weekends. This weekend's just kind of chilling. School really kicked in. I was really tired this week. I got a lot of classes, a lot of freshmen who are just, you know, bubbling with energy, and I got to try to keep them challenged and interested. So it's going to be a good semester, and I'm looking forward to it. So peace. Thanks for watching, as always. Congrats again to the people. Don't give up hope, alternate people, and people that didn't get in. Zanen. But try again next year. You'll be surprised how many people get in on their second try. Okay, see ya. Bye.